They do a blueberry salted caramel and like a blueberry vanilla.
Thank you. So I have to say that Starbucks was, well, I can't really blame that Starbucks because I've been to that Starbucks several times, but he wasn't that pleasant, the person who was helping me. It's not like he was mean or anything. I just feel like, you know, he didn't, like, when I pulled up, he was talking to somebody on drive-thru. That's fine. You could at least acknowledge me or look at me or something. Don't just stand there where I can see you and hear you, but you're not actually helping me. And then when he was done with the drive-thru, he just kind of looked at me. Like, he never really said, like, he said the total, but that was it. No hello, no. Maybe I'm asking too much. But generally at Starbucks, they're very, like, sometimes they talk to you a little bit too much, you know, honestly. So anyway, I turned on the camera because, number one, I haven't vlogged in a while. I just haven't been feeling like it. And number two, I went to Starbucks to get a drink and some food. It's now like 11:13. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I was getting pretty hungry. I usually eat breakfast around 11:30, or not breakfast. I eat lunch around 11:30 because most times I don't eat breakfast, so I'm starving by like 11:30. So, yeah, so I ended up getting the spinach and egg feta wrap from Starbucks. It's technically breakfast, but they serve it all day long. But I turned on the camera because why is pumpkin spice latte back already? Like, it's only August, what, 29th? Yeah, August 29th. I thought they'd at least wait to September 1st to bring out PSL. Like, come on. But anyway, I decided to partake as I talk about them. This is a grande pumpkin cream cold brew, which is a new drink for them this year. So let's see how it tastes. It's pretty pumpkin-y. It's pretty cold brewy. But honestly, I don't know. I probably won't get this again because I feel like it's too many calories for the way it tastes. Like, it's good, but I think the calories said 250, which usually when I go to Starbucks now, like, if it's a non-cheat day, then I get like something with minimal calories, like basically just coffee with no sugar or anything. Like, I get the nitro cold brew because I can drink that straight, like with nothing in it. But today, I don't know, I had a family member pass away, and I hate to kind of say stuff like this because it's not an excuse. Like, you definitely should not emotionally eat, but I wanted a little pick-me-up, I'm not gonna lie, and that was the main reason. So I got a real drink, a not worry about the calories type drink. So here we are. But honestly, just at first sip, I'm not that impressed. Like, I can taste the pumpkin in it, and I taste a little bit of sweetness, but it's not really that sweet. And I honestly, I don't know, it's not really awesome. So would not recommend, but I'm gonna drink it. Anyway, I hope everything is going well with you all. Today is my off day, and today is actually my last week of working full-time. I don't think I shared this with you all, but going forward, I will only be working once a week. It may move back up, it may move up to twice a week, but that's it. For multiple reasons. It kind of came about because our previous babysitter left, and y'all know we hired a new babysitter, but we had such a hard time finding one, and I didn't think I was gonna find one. So the only day that both me and my husband work is Wednesday, and so I told my manager that I need to take off my Wednesdays. But it honestly makes it hard to hire somebody for just like a small amount of shifts. So me and my husband talked about it, and we both decided that it would probably be better for me to just step back a little bit. That way that'll allow the job to hire somebody that they can have in there. My job is actually looking at implementing some programs. They've started implementing them, but they're not fully done yet. But if those programs take off, I will be transitioning into that role anyway, which my boss and I had previously talked about. So this was just seemed like the time that I should go ahead and step back my hours some, because I would much rather work in a different capacity and not work as much than what I'm doing, what I was currently doing. So I hope that's probably confusing, but sorry. Basically, I'm only gonna be working 1 day a week until further notice, and I just think that's gonna be better for my family. I feel like I will feel better about being able to have more time with my kids and being able to be more hands-on, like with therapy and everything. Because sometimes I felt like working 3 days in a row. I know y'all probably thinking 3 days, that's nothing, but honestly, 3 10-hour shifts, I'm gone all day, and I just see my kids for literally like a few minutes before I go to work, and then I see them for like an hour before they go to bed, like when I get home. So that's, for me, that was kind of hard. And then I also felt like I was kind of being left out of the therapy thing. Like, of course, on my days off, I'm like all in, but on the days that I worked, which is more than half the week, I can't, or not more than half, but like half the week I'm working. I felt like I wasn't, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but we just felt like this would be a better decision for our family. So hopefully everything works out, and it does work out to be better, and you know, I won't be able to buy as much frivolous things, but those are not really things we need. Those are things that we want, and we will have money to, you know, we won't be struggling. We'll have money to afford all the things we need and some of the wants, but like my luxury purchases, those will be stopping until further notice. Because yeah, it's just, my money needs to go elsewhere because I'll be working less. So anyway, why have I been talking to y'all for 8 minutes about nothing? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera off, I guess. Maybe when I get to where I'm going, or either when I get home, I'll show you guys a couple other things. Like, I just went to the mall after I just said I'm not gonna be shopping, but I went to go buy a gift for someone. So yeah, I'll share that with y'all probably. All right, see y'all soon. So actually get ready to go home, but then I realized that my kids don't have anything black to wear to the funeral. So I decided to stop at TJ Maxx just because it was close to where I am, but I'm probably not gonna find anything here. I'm probably gonna have to go out to the mall later on, or maybe tomorrow, so we'll see. Okay, so TJ Maxx was a bust for what I was actually looking for, but y'all know I can't leave TJ Maxx empty-handed. Honestly can't. And then, you know, one of my other ways that I make myself feel better, which is unhealthy, by the way, don't do this, but I shop. So yeah, I mean, you know, when somebody passes away, it's sad. Like, it was my great aunt, and she was old, so it's not like I'm extremely like super shocked and surprised. It wasn't that type of death, but it's still, you know, when she had Alzheimer's, but when she didn't, I mean, we spent a lot of time together with me growing up, so she was really special to me, so it's still hurtful. But I mean, she was 103, so I'm just thankful that she had such a long, full life, and she really didn't have many health problems until like the end, so I'm thankful for that. But you know, still a little bit down. It just happened yesterday, so you know, it is what it is. I'm just trying to stay positive. I mean, because what's not to be positive about? Recently she fell and broke her knee, so she was in a lot of pain, and I'm just thankful that she's not suffering or anything anymore. So we were already planning to go to Tallahassee because one of the reasons is it was my mom's birthday, but also I wanted to go visit my great aunt because I hadn't seen her in a while, and I knew it was getting kind of close to the end because, you know, you can just tell that she was starting to go a little bit downhill. So we were already planning to go to Tallahassee, but now I kind of missed her. So I do feel bad about that, but it's okay. I have my memories of her, and yeah. So anyway, all that to say, this is what I got from TJ Maxx. Nothing that I needed. Well, there's one thing in here I needed, but literally I should have just walked out after I left the kids section, but Anyway, I spent a lot of time in the makeup section. I don't know what's going on, but TJ Maxx makeup section was kind of popping today. And like my TJ Maxx, the makeup and skincare out, like the skincare is usually pretty decent. But the makeup I'm never usually impressed by. But today, like I saw Nars boxes. So yeah, I spent quite a bit of time looking at that stuff. So let me just start pulling out of my bag. First thing on top is these brushes. And these were cheap. It's by the brand Kenzie, which is not a makeup brand. They actually make clothing. So I don't have super high hopes for this, but it's a set of 5 eye brushes. And I almost bought a set of Sephora brushes during the sale. But I decided against it just because I didn't want to spend the money, honestly. So I saw these and I felt a Kenzie brush before, like in a Marshall's, and it felt really soft and nice and higher quality than what you would think. So I figured I would give these a try. The whole set was $5.99 and it's for 5 brushes and the shapes look pretty good. The only one I'm kind of iffy about is this angled one. Like, I don't know if I'm going to actually end up using that one because it looks kind of thick to be an angled brush. But it's $5.99. So, yeah. And I think they actually look way nicer than $5.99 brushes. So, next up is this Flawless Brows. So, I don't know if you ever remember me talking about the Flawless facial hair remover. That was the first one that came out. I still have that and I still love that. That was actually sent to me by a brand. It was sent to me in a box, I think, that I received PR a long time ago, and I did a blog post on it. But I still use that, and I still love it. But I was interested in this one when it came out just because the tip is smaller, so I feel like it'll be better when I just need to quickly clean up my brows. Like, typically I pluck, but sometimes if I don't have time to pluck and I just want to quickly clean them up, I'll use the finishing, use the Flawless, the one that I have, the other one I have, which is bigger. So I figured now I can use this one. This was at TJ Maxx for $14.99. I think the regular price is like $20. So it's not that much of a savings, but it was enough for me to give it a try because I know I already like this brand and I know it's going to work. So I'm excited to try that. The checkout line, I saw these silicone straws. I already have some stainless steel straws, but for some reason they're like all going missing. Like I bought it, I think when I bought them, there was a pack of like 8 or 10. Yeah, I only have like 3 now. And I use them pretty much every day. So I decided to try these. I've heard the silicone ones are nice. Like they feel kind of good on your teeth, or they feel better on your teeth than the stainless steel ones. So I wanted to try these. They're like a marble color. And this is just like a cleaning brush for them. But then I also saw these, which are shorter, and these are stainless steel ones, but they're like a copper rose gold, which I thought was cool because right now the ones I have are just the regular stainless steel silver looking ones. So these are cute and they are much shorter. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I like the bended straws. So these I can probably just use like at home when I want to use a straw, whereas these will be more so in my travel tumblers or whatever. Also was interested in getting a foot mask. Now I've tried the baby foot before, or is that what it's called? The one that makes your feet peel. I wasn't a huge fan of that because I felt like it made my feet peel for too long. So being in Florida, you know, I wear my feet out pretty much every day. Not every day, but most days that I'm off, my feet are out. All the way up until probably November. So I felt like it was too much downtime with the other one. And I didn't feel like the reward was that great. Like it made my feet a bit softer, but for how long they peel and how ugly they look, I don't know that it was worth it. So I wanted to just try one of these moisturizing foot masks that you do. It won't make your feet peel or anything. It's just going to give you like heavy moisturization. So I think tonight I'm going to give myself a pedicure and manicure, and I'm going to do this foot mask as well. And this comes in this is a pack of 3. It was $4.99, and it's the little booties, as you can see. To go along with that, I also bought a hand mask. And this is like the same type of deal as what I told you, but this one is honey, oatmeal, almond, and honey. And you leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes, and it's gloves. And it's just a moisturizing, restoring hand treatment. So I have to let y'all know how these work out. But this was $3.99, and it's for, is it just one pack? No, it's two. Yeah. So it's two separate treatments. So a total of 4 gloves. Also picked up this sink drain, which is super, or it's a drain snake is what it's called. It's super random that I saw it at TJ Maxx because I thought I was going to have to go get this from Lowe's or from Target or Walmart or something. But I saw it in there when I was getting ready to check out, so I figured I would just buy it from there. My sink is clogged, and I've used Drano, and it's not working. Like, it helped it, but it's not completely done. So my husband said he'll go in there with one of these and do it. So I bought this so he can handle that. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that done, but it basically will get out all the hair in your sink. And even though, like, it's not like I wash my hair in my sink, but for some reason, my bathroom sink gets clogged. And every time when it's happened before, it's always just a bunch of hair. Like, literally a bunch of hair. And it's so gross, but it's not like I try to get hair in my sink, but it's inevitable. So, yeah. So this will be fun for my husband. It's super gross, but he's not bothered by it. Also picked up some hand soap. So this was pretty much the only thing I needed, but it's not like I needed it like right now, but we're almost out in one of my bathrooms. So it was time for me to buy some more. But this is lavender vanilla, which I honestly didn't even smell it, but I like the packaging. So I bought it. It smells good. I like the packaging, and the bathroom that this is going to go on, the wall color is like a light purple. So that'll work fine for that. Pick these up at checkout because I'm easily influenced apparently. But this is Bobo's Oat Bites, and this is like a whole grain oat snack. The flavor is lemon poppy seed. So we'll see if I like this. I guess it's more like a muffin. I asked the cashier if they had ever tasted it, and they said no, but a lot of people have been buying them since they started carrying them. It's like a little tiny little muffin. So I really just bought this because I was curious, and my kids eat stuff like this, and so do I every now and then. So I figured this would be nice, like if I need to grab like a quick breakfast or something. And then the last 3 products are all from Nars. So y'all know I love Nars. Nars is probably my favorite makeup brand overall. I'm pretty sure it is. But so I got these 3 things, and all 3 of these, well, no, they were all different prices. So I'll just tell you each one of them. The first one is this highlighting powder, and it's in the shade Ibiza, I-B-I-Z-A. This is what it looks like. And I had to look through them in the store to make sure none of them were swatched, but this is what it looks like. This one was $9.99. These are super, super soft. It's not that pigmented, honestly. I don't know if you see it there, but I feel like this will be really nice for like an everyday highlight. Yeah. See, I like highlights like this for daily wear. Like, you're not going to go overboard with that. This probably looks super unimpressive to you all, but I like it, and it feels really good and really soft. Now, is it necessary? Definitely not, but for $10, I definitely like it for that price. Now, I would not have paid $40 for this just because I don't need this type of highlighter for that much money. Like, I have so much makeup already. Like, I don't need any of this, but here we are. Next up is... this is one of their bronzers, one of the Sun Wash Diffusing Powder Bronzers. I don't know if y'all remember these coming out probably like, maybe like a year or 2 ago. But I picked it up in Fallacies, I think is how you say it. But it's just the darkest shade they have. And this is what it looks like. This one was $14.99. This was the most expensive. Let's see if this shows up. I did not swatch these because I don't do that in the store, even though other people do. I just looked at them to make sure they weren't already used. So that's what it looks like. I think that color looks really nice. And this is like a super smooth formula. which I like. Because sometimes, you know, bronzers can be a bit chunky and they like highlight texture on your face. But I like this because it's like a satin finish. It's not shimmery at all, but it's not, I guess it's more matte than anything. Y'all probably can't even see it, but it looks really good and smoothing. So can't wait to actually try that on my face. And then the last thing is a pressed powder. This is a soft velvet pressed powder, and it's in the shade Mountain. And it just looks like this. And I think this is the shade for me. It looks kind of light in the pan. But I have one of their loose powders. And I believe it's the shade Mountain as well. So this is just like a finishing setting powder. It's not a foundation powder. But this was $12.99. I do like the loose powder. But because it's loose, I honestly don't use it that much because it's loose. I use it sometimes. But I prefer pressed powders. They're just easier, especially if you're traveling or something. Try to find a clean finger. So, all right. So I put it on heavy right there underneath my tattoo so you can see it. But it's really smooth. It blends out pretty well, but it's looking a bit light. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be putting this on with my finger. So that's a lot heavier than what I actually be doing with the brush. But it is looking a little light, so we'll have to see how that looks on my face. But it does feel really smooth. I'm pretty sure it will work though, because I like I said, I have this shade in a different type of powder from them. And their shades are usually relatively consistent across the board. So I'm pretty sure this will work for me. So yeah, that's it for my little TJ Maxx haul. I'm gonna get to stuff around the house. I gotta wash some clothes and stuff because since we're gonna be traveling, I need to make sure everything is done. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, so it is much later in the day and I actually just finished a tiny little workout. I got a like 20-minute workout in while my kids are home. I did legs, so that's why I'm in a different set of clothes now. But it's actually time for another cup of coffee for me, which is sad, but I have so much stuff to do and I really wanted a nice little treat. So I decided to come on and show y'all what I'm drinking. Now, it looks a little bit messy now because my whipped cream has went down some, but there's your milk, Noah. Okay, sorry for the interruption, but like I was saying, my whipped cream is kind of like dissolved now because I was actually just thought I was filming this and I realized I never pressed record. So yeah, it's gone down a little bit now, but it still tastes good. So that's what's important. So the coffee I'm using is this by Califia Farms. It's the cold brew concentrate. And other brands make this, but so far this one is my favorite. The concentrate is a bit more expensive, but it's because it's not mixed with anything. So you are supposed to mix this with something, whether it be milk, water, almond milk, coconut milk, whatever. You're supposed to mix it with something. So they recommend generally doing like half and half, so half milk, half coffee. I found that I prefer it with like maybe like a third milk and then 3/4 coffee or 2/3 coffee. I feel like that tastes better to me, but so far this is the brand that I like the most. I've also tried Javalia, but yeah, I feel like this one is less bitter and more sweet on its own. So yeah, today the way I'm drinking is with this.
Peanut butter.
It's almost time for dinner, Noah.
Dinner.
Yeah, can we wait? Okay, and then the milk I'm using is the Silk almond milk. Sometimes I do it with coconut milk, but almond is what I have right now. This is the vanilla unsweet, which I do like to mix with coffee and other stuff. And then I also put 2 packs of Splenda. Now, my preferred sweetener is Truvia. However, Splenda melts a lot better in iced coffees. So that's just a little tip. If you're looking to sweeten an iced coffee, Splenda definitely works better than Truvia. So yeah, and then The whipped cream I'm using is this one by Land O'Lakes. It's the sugar-free whipped heavy cream. And yeah, that's it. Using one of my new straws, and it's pretty good. Maybe sometimes I do this without the Splenda, but today I felt like adding the Splenda, so I just feel like with this particular brand of coffee, it's kind of sweet enough without. So yeah, let me know if y'all try this and what you think of it.